So, back to where we were earlier, we had a letter in the post asking us to go to Hallas and report to a person for the Coalition of Tradesfoke. Now, if any of you have seen Counselling DM's videos or stream, you might think that you're familiar with the quest series in New Hallas. Well, the good side. This is the evil side, and this is the other side of the story. If you're not familiar with Counselling DM's streams or YouTube, go and watch them. Not now. Obviously, you're here with me, but go and watch them. They're well worth the watch. Okay, so we head in. Here we go. Commissioner Vala Zev. There's something about going from Z to V which just doesn't figure in my head. We'll just call her Vala. Hello, stranger. Are you looking for something? Yeah, my name's Gwynnian. I'm looking for crafting work. Well then, Gwynnian, how fortunate that I have some crafting work to offer. The Coalition of Tradesfolk of Freeport has business in this city, and I could use a skilled pair of hands to assist. Okay, I would be glad to help the Coalition of Tradesfolk. There is an option if I have heard of your so-called society and do not choose to aid its goals. I mean, I could do that, but then I'm not going to get any quest done. Excellent. Then let us get right down to business. I am here to convince New Hallas that an exclusive trade agreement with the Coalition would be in their best interest. You shall help me. Is it really in their best interests? Surely freer trade keeps prices competitive. Clever, Gwynnian. You've answered your own question. Yes, some fear that exclusive trade might be more expensive. I am here to convince them that non-compliance can also be expensive, if you get my drift. Now, take this letter to the Ravens of the North leader and hurry back. Yes, ma'am. Right. We should deliver Vala's letter to the Ravens of the North, who are through here. Right. Hail to you also. May I help you with something? Yes, I've been asked to deliver this letter to you from the Coalition of Tradesfolk. They trust that you are ready to commit to an exclusive trade deal with them and their approved allies. Yes, I have heard the Coalition can be very persuasive in their methods, but nonetheless I feel that it would not be in the best interests of New Hallas to accept an exclusive trade deal. I see. I will take your answer back to their envoy. And there we go, all the way back. Something tells me she's not going to like this response. Okay. Back we go. Vala, did you deliver the Coalition's terms and conditions to the Ravens of the North? I did. They rejected your demands, unfortunately. Short-sighted fools. They don't understand what's best for the Coalition of Tradesfolk is ultimately what's best for everyone. Well, we will just have to enlighten them, won't we? Yeah, we most certainly will. First things first, you'll need to learn the lay of the land and need to get some wood and some cold hard iron to work with. Get to work on both problems at once and don't come back until you have a good supply of local harvests. Okay. Right, quest, be prepared. I need to harvest some maple, electrum, turquoise, iron, or tuber strands from around New Hallas. Yes. We will grab some random bits of everything. And kind of hope that the various supplies we've picked up here and there are going to be enough. I might get a little bit more than needed for the quest because I have a feeling we're going to need quite a few bits. In fact, I can probably look that up actually. Because we need about 15 maple. Gain quite a bit of nothing found, but there you go. That's turquoise. See where I find out it's the wrong sort. Oh, got some severed bone. Oh, bit more maple. Wow, the scallops needed. You can pretty much harvest things anywhere, but depending on how high your harvesting skill is, and there's a skill for each type of... Ooh, frosty door, is that what I want? Or is that the same sort as I had before? Ah, this is the other sort, frosty door. So hopefully this will give us gives us salty loam and hopefully some iron. Yeah, no, what I was trying to say was you can go to any zone and harvest. It's just that if your skills are low, then you will probably get an awful lot of nothing found. So it's not the frost rind. That'll be the other sort. See some along here somewhere. Frosted ore, there we go. Just seem to be getting salty loam. There we go, our first bit of iron. And we only need 16 of them. There we go, we're getting there now, we're getting there. Because we need 16 iron, we need 15 maple, well we got that. We still need some tanned leather. Okay, so now we just need tanned leather. We need to keep our eye out for a den. Oh, there we go, there we go. Chop, chop, chop all day long. Chop, chop, chop while I sing this song. Yes, yes. Have we had any leather yet? Lots of nothing found. Elephant meat? No, not quite sure where we got elephant meat out. Well, we can. We'll worry about that when we get to it. Yes, we have gathered some local harvests. Back already. I've gathered the supplies, most of them, and have familiarized myself with the area. Now it's time to get to work. Head over to the forge. The nearest one will be at the Ravens of the North work area, and make me some sharp spears and sturdy shields. Only the best quality, mind you. Okay, I'll be back soon. These quests give you rare harvests each time that you finish a quest, which is quite good. I can't for the life of me remember anything that I need to make, which is levels 10 to 19, but we'll go with the black and iron clusters, because why not? So we need to go and make some bits of weaponry. Rygor style iron spear. Why are we making a Rygor one? The plot thickens. Anyone see any dens while we're here? Nope. Any up here? A burrowed nest. There we go. Still nothing found. Lots of nothing found. 7 tanned leather pelts. Huzzah! That'll do. Thank you, all access. Goodbye, all access. Right, we have some leather. What we want to do is fuel merchant. There we go. Glowing coal. We want 2 of those. And the other recipe was for the shield. And for that we're also going to need 2 glowing coal, so we need 4 in total. Apparently these are challenging. Okay, and the round shield. There we go, and we are level 15. Oh, I need to make 4 of those. So, while we are sat here just casually crafting away, it's probably a good moment to again remind everybody that Origin server will be coming out soon if you're interested in that sort of thing. Should be taking EverQuest II back to the 2006 classic feel. And if anybody's interested in a guild that's all about crafting, and no, not all about crafting, all about questing. Yeah, crafting as well. Then we will be setting up the EverQuest guild on the Origin server. keep an eye out for that. Hello and welcome YouTube, and welcome back to Hallas. We will start off by cracking on with Gathering Obsession, because I get the impression I could probably do with a few more supplies. So if we go and start off a bit of gathering, see if we can get the rest of what we need. I think I did see some nodes around town itself, to be honest. Yes. There we go. Frost Stunted Garden. Kind of hoping for some, coffee beans, orange, carrots, tea leaves. We're going to need crab meat and free water groupers. So that'll be a trip down to the docks. And it's not quite a camera debut. I have used the camera once or twice before. It's perhaps a debut for the camera being permanently on, and I am purposely not looking at it. So there we go. There is also a follower goal as well. We've now hit 35 of the 50 that I need for affiliate, so maybe we could get that to 50 in the next few episodes or so. Oh, rare item. What was that? Oh, good gravy. The bags are still full from last time. I'm not quite sure what that was I just had. Was it a dreadberry? Interesting. Let's see. Still need some orange. Don't actually need any wood, I don't think, at the moment. Let's go down to the dock and we'll see if we can get this fish. So as well as the Gathering Obsession Part 2, we also have Prove Your Skill, which is the harvest 3,000 times before the end of the year. So far we've done 99 pulls, so 2,901 to go. But that's okay, we'll get there. There's plenty of the year left. Let's see. In the words of the cat, I'm gonna catch you little fishies. Where are they? Okay, not there. Let's check around the corner a little. Kind of need to be this end because I need them to be the 10 to 19 fish. There's no point going through to the starter area with the pilgrims because that will be the wrong sort of fish. So honestly, no fish. That's a bit of an odd one. Try over here. One of the things there we go. One of the things we need to start getting to grips with now as well is going to be Tradeskill writs. We'll have a little bit of a conversation. Well, actually, I might as well have a little bit of a conversation about writs now. So there are in the game this thing called writs. Basically, you go to a person. If you say an adventure writ, they'll ask you to go and say kill 8 gnolls and black burrow or something like that, and usually you complete it, you get a little bit of status, and you also get a little bit of recognition from one of the societies of either Freeport Keynos or wherever you call home. So that's combat writs. Tradeskill writs are similar. They ask you to make so many items, and you get a little bit of status and a little bit of reputation with the local Tradeskill society, which is great. Unfortunately, with trade skills, you can never self-mentor. You can never tweak your trade skill level, which means I need to make sure that I do each trade skill writ when it becomes available. So at the moment, the very first trade skill writ that you can do is at level 15, which, funny enough, is where I am at the moment. That will remain available to me until probably early 20s or something, and then it'll disappear. So if I level up my trade skill to sort of early 20s, that trade skill writ will then no longer be available to me because my level is too high. And equally, there is no way of dialing back your trade skill level. So one of the more poignant things that I need to remember is that I need to do trade skill writs as soon as they become available, because there is a risk of my trade skill level becoming too high to then do the quest. Adventure writs, not a problem. You can go to the chrono mage, you can chrono mage down to whatever level that you want. You can then go to the writ givers and they will give you a writ which is appropriate to the level that you are chronomented down to. So it's just one little thing that you have to be very careful of, because you get a trade skill writ at level 15. The next one you get is 20, and then I think it's 24, 27, 29, or something like that. Or it might not even be that. It might just have to be 20, 24, and 29 maybe. And then the next tier up would be 30, 34, 39, etc. So they can actually be quite a wodge of quests to complete, especially if you're going to go to the extent that I will, where I'm literally going to level up a trade skill, get myself bonked on the head by the ogre, and then pick a different trade skill and level that up just so I can do the different quests for that trade skill. Yeah. It works out something like 600 quests are linked to the trade skill writ system. So if you're not on the ball, I'm sure I got up there before. If you're not on the ball with them, then potentially that's up to 600 quests that you don't get to do. There we go. There's got to be some... Oh no, oh no, there we go. There we go. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I saw a garden up here. Second version sounds about right. Yeah, I think it's 20, 24, 29. And the 24 to 29 is the boring slog, which is why what you generally do is you do your 24 and then you do whatever other trade skill quests are available to sort of plug that gap. Okay, so we've got everything that Quo needs. I'm not going to hand that in straight away. But what I will do now is we will actually have a look at the trade skill writ. Then we'll get back on track with the Hallas quest.
Well met.
So I don't actually think it matters if you talk to the rush order person or the work order person. We're going to be given the exact same quest. In fact, I can test this. So that's outfitting the outfit, and it doesn't say rush order. If I talk to the rush order person, he'll also give me outfitting the outfit because I am an outfitter. So for all outfitters, you get this quest at level 15. If I was a scholar, I'd get a scholar equivalent quest, which I believe is actually called apprentice work. Maybe. Yeah, that is the one. And if I was a craftsman, you would get fizzle pop service for 2. which sounds delightful. So level 15 is the only time where it's basically one quest. All of the other tiers, like 20, 24, 29, there is two quests. There's a standard version, and then there's a rush order where you're under a timer to get it completed. And they both count as, even though they have very similar names, they both count as separate quests. So that kind of gives you an idea where that 600 comes from. Spread over 9 trade skillers. You're doing 6 quests every 10 levels, so even if you only go up to level 110, then that's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. It's 60 quests. Yeah, 60. Okay, so we need to find a work order clipboard and pick up our assigned order. Where did you hide the clipboards in here? Oh, there we go. So, look for the invoice. You find the invoice you've been assigned rather quickly. The list of items needed is plainly visible. And we need to do 3 things. We need to create an iron vanguard's boulders. We need to create a burlap pantaloons. And need to create an iron katana. Okay, so let's have a look at what we have. Go into the recipe book. So if we're looking for iron, vanguards, boulders, like I say, I just generally throw in the first couple of letters of each word, and then I find out that I don't have it listed. Why is that? I did scribe all the... Oh no, I've probably leveled, haven't I? I can only pick this up because I'm now level 15. Who is going to sell me the Tradeskill books? Not you. Not the fuel merchant. Not the tailor, I don't think. Not the master sage. Maybe the crafting... Yes, the crafting trainer. There we go. Yes, so I need to buy the Outfitter Essentials book. So basically every time you go up a level, there will be a new Essentials book that you need to buy with recipes in. And also there are advanced books as well, 1 per level. Sometimes you can get these through the Tradeskill quest. You complete the Tradeskill quest in a particular area, and then the merchant is willing to sell them. Do they count in the journal? You mean are we talking about both rush order and writ, or are you talking about the bonk on the head? Sorry, you probably wrote that 2 minutes ago when I was mid flow and I completely didn't spot it. Yes, so there's essentials books, there is advanced books, 1 per level. So there's quite a lot of books to collect. Different Tradeskill classes. Yes, I think when you decide to go and get yourself bonked on the head, there's going to be a lot of bonking going on here, then I believe what he'll do is pull anything out of your journal which is Tradeskill level 10 or higher. So they won't be in the journal. It'll be another issue where I guess you'd get to do the level 15 ones again. Like if it changed from one outfitter to another outfitter, you'd get to do it again. My understanding is anything that's in the journal which is Tradeskill level 10 and higher would get pulled, but we'll find out the first time that we do that, which won't be for months. It's going to take a while to get up to cap and do everything that an armourer can do, since that's what we're going for. But yeah. But I mean that is why I'm streaming. That is why I'm recording. That is why everything is going to YouTube to basically visually prove that I have done these quests. So at the end of it, when the journal says that I've done 8,000 quests, I can say, yes, but there is this other 900 quests which was removed from the journal, but I can prove that I've done. Therefore, I've got closer to 9,000. We're still only talking 550 at the moment, so kind of getting ahead of myself. Right, Spalders, we're probably going to need, glowing coal. What do I have? I have a very small amount of glowing coal. I am going to pick up some more of that, and anything that I don't use, I will just put into the guild fuel depot, which I believe we now have. So, we need to make iron Vanguard Spalders, which is now in there. And if we remember from earlier, you can press the ones on the right to try and speed up progress. If your green starts to drop too much, press the ones on the left. And if you see a picture, make sure that you hit it. The more you do with this, the more you'll get a feel as to the frequency at which the pictures turn up, or when they can turn up. There's sort of like every so many seconds there is an opportunity that something will turn up here. So what you kind of do is try and hit other things. So there we have a picture, and there we go. If there's a picture, hit it. If the progress or the durability moves and a picture hasn't turned up, smack a bunch of buttons. You've got a second or so to hit them before the next picture will turn up. Burlap pantaloons. Burlap. That's not going to be on a forge, Gwen. Iron katana, that might be on a forge. Yeah. Be a bit weird if you were making pantaloons on a forge, wouldn't it? Yeah, so it would be on the quest tally, and it would be recorded on the YouTube video. It would be recorded in the notes of the YouTube video, where I actually, for both my channel and the Counselling DM, I put a list of all the quests that were completed in the episode, and that's simply so that there is that evidence. And we've hit 16. And that's just by making 2 of the items that we've been asked for. This again is why as soon as you are able to do a trade skill writ, you want to do it, because you will level doing them. So probably on the sewing table now we're going to have burlap pantaloons. Yep, there we go. And we're going to need more tuber strands, and we're going to need glowing filament. Well, glowing filament is easy enough. There we go. Buy a stack of that. Tuber strands, we're going to have to go and grab some more, I'm afraid. Might be a little bit of this, running out of supplies and needing to grab some more. When it comes to future Tradeskill episodes, I'm probably going to try and be a bit more sort of pre-prepared with what I need. No, I don't want tuber strands. It's going to be roots, isn't it? It's going to be roots. This bush is not going to help me with tuber strands. Let's see. Do I need any grabbing? I mean, if I'm desperate, I could always go and raid somewhere that I know is golden. But I'm trying to take it casual this evening, and if I then have to cut out chunks for YouTube, so be it. Let's see. I think I made the mistake last time of trying to do everything at once as efficiently and as sort of, oh my god, need to do everything at once, and yeah, that wasn't a good experience. I'm gonna go check in town. I get the impression that we might have more of these in town. I think, yes, there might be some in the guild hall. Let me see if it's going to be problematic to find them first. Crafting is not for min-maxing. To be honest, don't min-max. This game, do not min-max it. Unless you're joining a TLE to be in a raid guild, in which case you'll be 1, expected to min-max, and 2, be told how to min-max. And I've been there, done it, I've enjoyed it, but yeah, that's a kind of different way of playing the game. But what we are looking at here, we're not interested in min-maxing because we shouldn't need to, really. At the pace that we're going, doing as many quests as we can, doubling back to lower level areas, that sort of thing. We shouldn't ever be in a situation where we need to min-max our character in order to survive or complete a quest. You know what? There is absolutely no routes, is there? There's absolutely no routes at all. This is where I'll get told off, and I'll get told what I should do is harvest everything, don't pick and choose, and then the routes will then reappear. Which is true. Which is true. I think I might go and temporarily raid the guild hall. Are we allowing guild hall on stream, or do I go to BRB? You do you. Helps if I find the right door for start off, doesn't it? We're up here. That's where we are. Oh, you've already... Okay. That must have been one of... yeah, no, I think you have actually. Yeah. Very much under construction at the moment. Let's see. What do we have? We're looking for tuber. Okay. We move a quantity. Let's go 25. I shall replenish later. I shall get one of my longer established game characters on the main account to replenish that. This is the thing on my main account with my characters that have a subscription. I have pack ponies and gathering goblins and all that sort of stuff that I can send out to go and get the supplies. Obviously Gwen has a long way to go until he hits that level. Burlap pantaloons. There we go. Loose material. It's when he just starts hanging in the same place, and it's like, come on, move along, move along. And now we're 17. So yeah, it's moving quick enough. Too quick again. And so you complete the writ, and then you get a reward. You get a city token. If you actually have a subscription, you get 2 city tokens, and you can use these. You can spend these at various merchants, city festivals, that sort of thing, and get house items, that sort of thing. And you also get some status points, which go towards you, and also go towards your guild as well. Help your guild to level. I'm going to tick that, I think. I don't think I need the product details to show every single time. So that's outfitting the outfit. And just completing that has moved us up 2 levels. So it's like, okay. Right, so if we now double back in our heads to what we were doing a little earlier, where we were making superior spears, and we will crack on with that. Why am I typing in the name of the quest? What I want is iron spears. Don't want to try. Oh yeah, there we go. Rigor style. So the quest has asked us to create Rigor style spears. It's like, that's interesting. I suspect that we will find out the reason fairly soon. There we go. And then we need another 2 more of those. So is anyone looking forward to anything for the weekend? Oh, I should actually point out, I've been moving my streaming schedule around a lot. It's been a combination of trying to find the right times that I'm in the right mood to do EverQuest with an audience. Some evenings it worked, some evenings it didn't. Work can sometimes be a little intense, and then trying to have the mind afterwards for EverQuest isn't always the case. Level 18. Moving very quickly, aren't we? You can see how it's going to be an issue. It's going to be an issue trying to do all of these writs and rush orders. But anyway, yeah. So what I've now decided is I'm going to be adopting a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday 8 p.m. UK time onwards. Videos will then probably go out to YouTube midweek, the following week. And I'm not going to try and do streams on weekday evenings other than the Friday. But Friday is always different. I find that once you finish work on a Friday, you go home, you have a shower, you sort of get out of your work clothes, and then it's like, it's the weekend now. It doesn't matter if it's 4:30, 6 p.m, whatever. Technically, it's the weekend. Once you finish that last Friday shift. So here we are. We're back with Vala Zevelran. Made bare fist of that this time. Let's find out what's happening. Spears and shields. All done. Yes, here you go. It's good to see you have discipline. Now, take these spears down the hill and leave them in the designated spot. What designated spot? How will I recognize it? It's a pre-arranged location that I have agreed with the Rygor orcs. Head directly west down the hill. It's on the left before you reach the beach. I've marked the spot for you with a spell, so you can't miss it. Wait, you want me to give all these spears to the orcs? Well, we were making Rygor ones, weren't we? Of course. How else will I get the highest prices when I sell the shields to these fine representatives of the White Rose faction? Don't ask silly questions, just get going. Alright. So, we see her scheming little plan there. If you equip the orcs with more weaponry, then you can sell more defense to the people of Hallas. Gee, I'm glad that we're a channel that doesn't talk about politics because, right. And report back. Does looking forward to the beta count? Yes, looking forward to the beta definitely counts. 2nd of May, that should be. Which I shall be also streaming as soon as beta goes live. So that'll be the next upset to my streaming schedule. Spears delivered straight down the hill on the left before you reach the beach. Yes, I've delivered them. No problems. Excellent work so far. After the next orc offensive, the demand for and price of these shields will go up significantly. And how fortunate that only the Coalition has them in stock already. Ah, I see your strategy. Now, ready for a little bit of stealth work? Perhaps. What does it involve? I'm going to arrange for a little distraction outside Aaron-son's furs and leather shop. You slip in while everyone's gone and see that their spinning wheels have a little accident. Without spinning wheels, they'll have no wool to weave into their little rugs and fabrics. And how fortunate the Coalition happens to have a good supply of woolen stock. I get the idea, and I'm on my way. Yes, DM, your stream as well. I imagine it's going to get shook up as well once that happens. So our next task is to go and break the spinning wheels. It's an interesting technique. We're not going to try and win them over with hearts and minds. We're going to win them over by basically screwing them over until they give in and give us an exclusive trade agreement. I could probably close those bags for a bit. Really do need to sell that stuff. Right, so while they're distracted, while everyone's out, dum-de-dum-de-dum. Oh, that looks like an interesting spinning wheel. What happens if I just like lean over? Oh dear. Oh, that was a bit flimsy, wasn't it? Oh, maybe this one's a bit more sturdy. No, that one fell over as well. Oh dear. Yank. And I broke the third one. Capitalism. Yes. 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 Annoyingly, I've just realised I've been scrabbling around all week for another phone charger, and there's one literally looking at me on the shelf above. Never remember where things are until they're suddenly in your face. Right, okay. So we are back. Spinning wheels no longer spinning, I trust? Your trust in me is not misplaced. It is done. I appreciate working with a crafter I can trust, Gwinian. Now, I understand that there's a grand banquet coming up for some reason or other that really isn't important to me. What's important, though, is that the extra plates for the banquet hall are stored in that largely unguarded storehouse near that hideous statue. You'd like the plates to meet with an accident also? I would indeed. Locate the crater plates in the storeroom and arrange for a little accident. I'm on my way. Yes, I did notice that the quest thing is blank, and probably the one before actually. Yep. Let me go and grab those. So this we've just completed a little friendly sabotage. Let's drop that in there. And before that we did superior spears. So let's drop that in there. There we go. Yes, because these quests only give you faction and an item, they don't give you any coin. They don't turn up on the quest logger, so a lot annoying. I'm not yet an affiliate, so there isn't a coin or a thing that you can do to make a klaxon alert go off and tell me that my quest is blank. I'll get there. Right, so Dumpty Dum. Almost feels like this particular version of the Hallas questing doesn't have a huge amount of actual trade skill in it. We broke some spinning wheels, whereas on the good side you have to replace the spinning wheels. And now I'm about to break some plates, and on the good side you have to make some plates. There we go. But I am doing my bit here for the next person from Kinos to come along and help these people by doing the good side of the quest. Yes, cleaning up my mess. Yes, exactly. This is the other side of the story. If you're not already, please subscribe to on YouTube and follow the Counselling DM on Twitch, and you can see the other side of this quest where the good aligned crafter has to basically fix all the stuff that I'm breaking. Ah, you're back. How is the storehouse? The storehouse is well stocked, but unfortunately the crate full of extra plates met with a small accident. How tragic, and yet how fortunate that the Coalition of Tradesfoke will be able to supply extra plates for a nominal fee, so the banquet can go forward as planned. But while I wait for them to come begging for help, how about a little fun? That sounds nice. What kind of fun? We need to fix the quest log again. It's going to be every single one of these quests. Supply and demand. There we go. We'll take the black and iron cluster. In your travels, perhaps you've passed by the Hobson residence, revolting Mar-worshipping froglock pilgrims, all starry-eyed and preaching about good and valour, and worst of all, free trade. That kind of scum should go back to the Tupton swamps where they came from, and I think I know how to encourage that. Wow, she doesn't mince her words, does she? How's that? My sources have provided me with a shipment of genuine Yakashan swamp rats, starving with hunger and complete with fleas and lice and all. I'd like you to take this bag and drop it discreetly in the Hobson residence so that the rats can escape and make the lives of those froglocks a terror. How fun. I'll get right to it. And I get a sack of swamp rats. Yeah, this is unfortunately why I kind of say that if you're gonna do the EverQuest challenge, you need to be a little flexible in your morals. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure a nice Kinosian Tradeskiller will come along and sort this mess out for me. Dumpty dumpty dum. Again, not very much actual crafting going on. Yeah. I mean, I suppose that actually makes it. I don't know. Actually, I imagine the amount of XP that you get has been weighted to compensate for that. Right. So we return back. And we complete ratting them out. What news, Gwinian? I dropped the rats in the Hobson abode. Good job with the rats. Are you sure that you broke all the plates in the storehouse? Though I can't understand why, but I haven't had any requests for plates yet. It's as if they had more somewhere. Or somebody knows some. That's ratting them out. I can't explain that, I'm afraid. The plates were definitely broken. Well, perhaps they're just delaying coming to see me. I may have set the price a bit steeply on those shields. I'm sure they'll see it my way when they realise they have no choice, and perhaps the need for wool isn't urgent yet. Perhaps. Can I help further in some way? It's interesting because in the same way that we aren't being given very much to go and craft, she's also not really thinking about, well, maybe the people of Hallas will go and craft themselves a solution. She's very much money orientated, very much sort of action orientated, and that's why I'm being given these tasks rather than being asked to actually craft something. And she's expecting people to buy off her rather than just craft themselves. It's a good analogy for the game, there is, because there is a lot of people who will make 9 trade scholars and they will craft everything for themselves. It occurs to me that if the rolls of fabric they make from the wool were damaged too, then that would surely speed up negotiations for the wool. If I give you a recipe to create a rather nasty little chemical that would eat away a fine fabric, could you find a way to accidentally spill it on some? I'm sure I could arrange that if you'll arrange another distraction to empty the building. Right, I get working with acids. So let me check me back. There we go. As always, when you need to craft something, you need to scribe the recipe first. And fingers crossed I've got the supplies. If I check the recipe book now, we can check this anywhere. So a vial of acid. And the answer is yes, I just need the fuel, which is a glowing candle, or 2 glowing candles. It looks like I may need to progress through these and move on, because I think the counselling DM is spoiling for a fight with my shenanigans here. Upsetting the poor nice people of Hallas. Right, so vial of acid, chemistry table. So slightly out of our comfort zone as an outfitter, but Oh, I need the candles, don't I? I need fuel. Glowing candles. I'm just going to buy about 10 of those because I think I only need 2. Right, vial of acid. There we go. This. Oh, no, there we go. It's moving a bit quicker now. There we go. Right, I should damage a roll of fabric. How are the audio levels today? I've made a point to make sure my overall volume is at 75%, and I've made a note of that note so that I'll try and keep that consistent in the future. Hopefully the music's at a nice level. Not really much combat today, so I couldn't tell you if combat music is too loud or too low. Sounds okay? Good, good. Every stream just trying to bring up the level of professionalism just a little bit more prep, a little bit more sort of trying to be consistent. Oh yes, I remember these. You have to do them in order for some reason. You can't just randomly click on them. Oh dear, all these nice patterns. These ones next? No. That one behind there, perhaps? Yes. And that one, then work all the way down these. Funny thing is, I suppose eventually, I wonder. See, here's a question. I wonder if I could actually do this again at some point. I'm talking about being bonked on the head again. If you get bonked on the head, does that mean you can do these again? Could I do the other side if I hold back one of the trade skills until I switch to Kinos? These and many questions I do not know the answer to. Apparently we are allowed to leave them, that one. That's an old design that nobody wants. Made that up. I should return to Vala. These and many other things that nobody else has ever really cared about, we will find out on this adventure. Counseling DM is going to guess that no, I'll come back to you in 6 months when we find out. Probably longer than that. Although we did have a discussion the other day, and there are 6 cities, so it's not just a case to swap to the good side and go and do things, because there is, hello there, there is betrayal quests for each of the cities. So we're going to have to do the betrayal timeline 6 times. And people say no one plays this game. Here we all are, all talking to Vala apparently. How did that chemical work? The fabric is ruined, but I noticed they have new spinning wheels. New spinning wheels already? That confirms my suspicion that we have a bigger problem, Grinian. And this is market shortages. There we go. What have you learned? It seems the Ironforge exchange crafters have been working with the Ravens of the North, and practically for free. This has undone all the good work we've been doing, and there seems precious little chance now that they'll be pressured into signing an exclusive trade agreement. Oh dear, I'm sorry your plans haven't worked out. Will you be returning to Freeport now? Return? With this disaster on my hands, I'd be lucky to keep my life. No, before I return to Freeport, the new Hallas citizens must be taught the consequences of refusing the protection of the Coalition of Tradesfoke. Take this. What is it? It's a recipe, you fool! Instructions for making an explosive powder keg. Follow the directions very carefully and then set off the keg at the storehouse. That should get rid of any new plates and fabric stores and also test the keg's effectiveness. And welcome on board. Who do we have? Thruster. Thruster? I'm going to go with Thruster. I'll let you know how it goes. Yes, all her good work. I'm not quite sure what we've been doing can be described as good work. So, we need to make a keg of explosive powder. Oh, I need to describe the recipe first. See, I'm not even following my own advice now. Keg of explosive powder. We have all the bets for it. We even have the candles. Fabulous. We're making quicker progress through this than what I envisioned. So that might extend what we attempt to complete today. It may also minimize the amount of YouTube cutting I do. Right, so what am I? Chemistry table, that's where we are. You'll have to bear with me. It's like I say, we're now doing things at 8 o'clock at night, and that is probably going to mean that my brain is not going to be as coherent as it normally is. Who am I kidding? I'm never coherent. Right, let's make a keg of explosive powder. Again, just tapping the ones on the right to get the progress going. The green bar seems to be fairly okay. It's always up here, so that's all right. There we go. And then we should place the keg of explosives in the storehouse. Now I have an idea of what's coming up, so let me just check that there's nothing else that I want to that I need to worry about at the moment. Yeah, so this is the penultimate quest. This is okay. Good on that. So we need to place the keg of explosives in the storehouse. Dumpty 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 dum. Don't mind me, I'm a lovely Hallas. But see, I'm obviously a lovely Hallas person. I'm wearing the Hallas armor. I'm just going to check. I'm just going to check on the plates, make sure that nothing's happened to them. It's perfectly fine. Dumpty dum. There we go. And then, how far away can I get? Detonate. Let's go tell Vala the good news. The good news. Hello, and we're back. Welcome back. How did the keg perform? very explosively. Explosively, yeah. There was fire everywhere. Excellent work so far. Now it's time for the finishing blow. Create more kegs and place them behind the statue of Ewelisi and the cairn of the Huntress. I advise sneaking in the back way to avoid those meddling sisters. Set them off and run for it. But what if I get caught? Don't get caught. Do my best. Oh dear. Am I blank questing again? I am blank questing again. Let me just fill that in. There we go. A dry goods run. That's the quest we just did. Right, so we need to make 2 more kegs of explosive powder. And then we need to go and try and blow up the cairn of the Huntress. Yeah. I don't feel good about this. I feel quite evil about it, actually. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Back to the chemistry table. I'm glad I picked up those extra candles. Keg, powder, there we go. So we need 2. Oh, I need more iron clusters. Okay, we'll go and take a look for those. You'll notice as well, when you click create, there is like a quantity and a blueprint thing. Don't worry about those. They will not become available to you until you hit cap and some other considerations, owning certain expansions, that sort of. So don't get confused by that. Just more or less ignore it. I'm afraid we're going to have to make things the slow way. So let's get some more supplies. Just check that recipe again. What is it that we need? Oh, it was actually iron, wasn't it? Which we've now got. We've got 2 of. Oh yeah, we've got enough. Let's just see if we get any more out of this, and then we'll go back. Because if we look at this, so it says we need 1 iron cluster, and we've got 4. We need 1 electrum, we've got 20. We need a maple lumber, and we have 3. So yes, we now have enough. There we go. Yeah, with the camera now, you get to see all my funny faces when I'm looking at things on other screens and wondering why things are flashing at me and whatnot. Fun. Keg. No, not power. Keg of power would be pretty good. If you could sell power. But no. Keg of explosive powder. Talking earlier about this side is blue, this side is green. My own preferred technique is to hit 6, 5 and then 1. That's my preferred technique, and then I only deviate from that when one of these bars starts sinking. Different people have their own different way of doing this. Some people press hardly any buttons. Some spam anything that they can get their hands on. Okay, so we have 2 kegs of explosive powder. All access. This feature requires all access. No, it doesn't. have hours of fun without a subscription. That said, anybody who is thinking of rolling on the Origin server when that comes out, unless something really unusual happens, I am fully expecting that we will all need subscriptions to play on that server. Right. Okay. So, sneak in the back and blow up this lovely structure, which was built as a homage to the god Ewalasimar. I'm sure nothing bad can come of that, so Dumpty Dumpty Dum, don't mind me. I'm just popping an explosive barrel down. Oh, something went wrong. Oh dear. Oh, what a shame. They caught me and I didn't manage to blow up the cairn of the Huntress. Just wait for the game to decide where temporary holding cell is. We're in jail. Except, yes, we have been busted. Except, the door appears to be open. About time you woke up. Quick, while the guards are still out, tell me what happened. The guards were forewarned and hiding in ambush. I was caught. So that's why they suddenly hauled me off for questioning. The Ironforge Exchange must have guessed our plans and warned them somehow. Did they learn anything from you? I must have been unconscious until now. I don't remember talking to anyone but you. A small blessing. They probably locked you in here to recover while they came for me. With luck, they haven't had a good look at you yet. Still, I'm leaving town now, and I advise you to tread lightly around here in case you're recognized again. Thanks for the warning. What will you do now? I'm going to try and make a new start in Neriak, selling advanced recipes and coalition crafting secrets. In fact, I can sell you some right now if you wish, or you can find me there later, once you're safely out of here. I'll dispose of any evidence that might identify us and then head to Neriak. Good luck. I'm sorry it didn't work out. So, oh, that one actually, yes, because we get 8 gold. So that one actually turns up on the log, which is up here. Up there? Does that work? There we go. Oh, my background's not quite sure about that. There isn't an awful lot of interest behind me. There really isn't, just a notice board. So, right, we'll take that. And if we talk, I don't want to talk about it. No, I know you don't, but you do want to sell to me. So, remember all of those Outfitter Essentials books that we picked up earlier? Well, here is now our opportunity to buy all of the advanced Outfitter books. So we are definitely going to do that. Differences here. So the Essentials books will allow you to create things like, I mean, we're an armourer, so you'd be able to make plate armour, but it would be of handcrafted quality, whereas the advanced books will allow you to create plate armour of mastercrafted quality, and the stats are better. So yeah, we will definitely want all of those recipes, and we will scribe all of them. These are no trade, so I can't go and sell them on the broker or anything like that, because some people don't want to do quests and they just want to buy everything. And we'll say goodbye to the Commissioner. Bye bye. Hope you enjoy Neriak. I've been there, I've done that. And we will leave the holding cell. Okay, so we may need to lie low for a bit. I tell you what, if I just scoot over to if I just take a little position here near the banker, can I? Oh, I can't access my bank, can I? Dum dee dum dee dum. Do we have a bank in the guild hall? I don't think we do yet. Right, well that kibosh is my plan to change my gear. So okay, fair enough. The banker not wanting to talk to me is just something that happens all the time. By the way, it's not because of that quest. It's because I'm an evil person, and while Hallas is neutral to a point of you're allowed to walk around and complete some quests, and that's the thing. Not all of the merchants will want to trade with you. So, okay, so we are done with Hallas. So if I have a look at the list, what we need to do now is there's a couple of things. We need to go see Quo, hand in that. Have we had any posts recently? We have. We have a letter from the Trade Commissioner, so we'll come and have a look at that in a moment. And then maybe have a look at some level 20 rush orders and writ orders. Yeah, I think so. We're doing okay for time, given that, yeah, I think so. Oh, I was going to test this before, wasn't I? Does fast travel work as a free-to-play? So if I click on the thing, and if I ask for Isle of Mara, I have to pay in the currency, in the Daybreak Cash currency. Right. Okay. So if you're a member, if you have a subscription, you don't have to pay. If you don't have a subscription, then you can't fast travel, you have to pay. Okay, that's good to know. To be honest, I think I actually prefer doing the old-fashioned run around and whatnot. It's fast traveling all over the place. It just seems to take some of the heart out of the game. So if we go to the Isle of Mara, we are effectively taking a boat. You don't get to see the boat. And we'll go and we have Gathering Obsession Part 2, where we gathered all of those resources for Quo. So we'll go and drop them off with him, and he will no doubt have another quest for us, which I'll pick up, but I suspect we won't come to that until later. Quo! Hello, do you have anything for me? I do. Here you go. Wow, this is wonderful. I bet this will keep me busy for a while. I hope so. We'll get 30 gold. Lovely. What's my trade skill sat at now? We are full on 19, so we can't go any higher until we actually go back to the trade skill counselor and choose our final profession. Right. Hello again. Those harvests you brought me were great. Thanks again. You're welcome. But I've studied what you brought me, but there's still so much to learn. Could you bring me some samples from the Thundering Steppes and Nectalos Forest? I wonder if the different altitudes and rainfall will affect the natural resources. Very well, I will be back again at some distant time in the future. I think it'll be a while before we go to Thundering Steps and Neck. Yeah, I think you will. But I have picked up the quest ready. Gathering Obsession Part 2 did appear in the completion. Good, good. So, I think the next thing we'll do is... Let me have a look at the post that we've had. From Trade Commissioner Lasarian Nasser. Hello, Gwinian. Your efforts in the area of crafting have not gone unnoticed. The Coalition of Tradesfoke would like to offer you the opportunity to mentor one of the Coldane Tradeskill apprentices that have recently travelled to Freeport. These apprentices are looking for experienced crafters to assist them while they research powerful recipes. The daily mentoring you can provide will greatly accelerate their research. We believe the experience will be mutually beneficial, as the apprentices have agreed to grant their mentors access to the recipes they discover. If you are interested, please seek out a Coldane Tradeskill apprentice in Freeport. Regards, Trade Commissioner Lasarian Nasser. Okay. We'll investigate that as well in a moment. So let's go back to Freeport. And it's probably as long as it is wide, so I'm just going to run through. It's either run through or we take the zone to West Freeport and then we have to run down the bank. But in honesty, the zoning can sometimes take so long, I'd rather just run. Not sure if GPU shadows is still a little bit flunky even with DirectX 11. It's a bit weird in Frostfang C, but we'll leave it on for now. Right, so we don't want to be this side, we want to be the other side. We can talk to the crafting trainer.
Greetings.
I'm glad that you continued on as an outfitter and came back to advance your skills. I can certify you in your chosen trade speciality. I need your trade speciality. No, sorry, I need your name before I can start your paperwork. Okay, my name is Gwinian, and we decided that we were going to become an armourer. There we go, we're now level 20 Tradeskill, and we are now an armourer. Let me double check that letter again. Who are we meant to report to? Now we have Work and Butcher Block. The Work and Butcher Block can wait. We haven't even, as a stream, discovered Butcher Block yet. So, seek out a Coldane Tradeskill apprentice in Freeport. Okay. I think they might be out. Oh yes. Here we go. So we get to have an apprentice. We have an Othmere Tradeskill apprentice on the left. We have a Coldane dwarf in the middle, and we have a human. Lady with fetching red hair. So, chat, what do we want? They will basically sit in the house, and I'll probably then forget about them. I never really did get to grips with what a Tradeskill apprentice does and why you want one. So maybe we ought to investigate that somewhat. Counseling DM says obviously it's the otter. Do we have any advances on the otter? I think I can do polls or anything yet. No. Well, we've had no advances, so it looks like it's going to be the otter. Hello there. I notice an air of mastery around you. Are you an experienced tradesman? I mean, we hit level 20 5 seconds ago, but oh, hang on. I'm in Freeport. I'm evil. Oh, yes. I am definitely an experienced tradesperson. You really ought to come and work with me, and I promise that it won't be like slave labor at all. Honest. My brethren and I have travelled to this temperate land in search of master craftsmen like you. With our combined effort, we can craft truly astounding items. And how do you propose that we do this? You give me a roof over my head and access to your knowledge. I will do all of the researching legwork, and once research is complete, I will share the recipe with you. What do you say? Sounds like a plan. However, I will need some kind of written contract before I agree this. Of course. Give me a second to write out the details. Oh, he's so excitable. That should do it. Here you go. Take this and place it in your house. I will arrive and start research once the contract has been placed.
Anyone who dares to disagree with me will feel the taste of my steel.
Yeah, all right. Wow, the attitude on that one. Also, take this mannequin. You cannot choose the uniform that I wear, but the mannequin may prove useful if you have my colleagues working for you in the future. We've chosen the otter, so unfortunately we don't get to play dress up with the otter because otters can't wear regular clothes. Excellent. See you soon. I'm assuming we can't just have everybody. Right. So we can swap to another person. No. We have the otter. And in our inventory, we now have a Oathmere Tradeskill apprentice contract and a home uniform mannequin. Let's go drop those into the house.
You may thank me now for gracing you with my presence.
Wow. We'll run around to the house today, I think. Taking the scenery, taking the grandeur that is Freeport. Although I do wonder when the main guards are conning green to me. I mean, they are probably triples, but Lucan, are we running out of strong guards? Is that the problem? Are we having to make do with the barely trained ones? Kind of feels that way. Into the Jade Tiger's Den, which is where we have our house. And the traditional low-level, dirt cheap house. That doesn't cost you anything to buy, but you have to pay rent. Right. No. Enter the house. I've already paid the upkeep recently. Okay. Let's not put him in the room with the clutter. Let's give him his own room. If we place the mannequin that doesn't do anything because he's an otter, allegedly, and we place the contract, which basically is a nice way of saying I don't really have this guy in my bag. There we go. Because carrying people in your bag isn't something that is oh wait, I've just remembered one of the quests that comes up later. Anyway, moving on. Greetings, Master. How may I be of assistance? Okay, so I have options of show me the status of our research. Here, let me show you how to be a bit more efficient at your trade. Is there anything I can do to help you speed up your research? So let's have a look at the status. So this is Grandmaster Recipes. So the Tradeskill researcher can help you to get Grandmaster Recipes, which you can then scribe and make things. So if we were to look at the Fighter Grandmaster Recipes Volume 3, you can see that we have in here things like Abandoned Fury for a Berserker, Bruiser. I might recognise something of my own in here in a minute. Guardian. There we go. So Blasphemy 2 for a Shadow Knight. So I could scribe that the recipe, and I could make myself an upgrade to upgrade Blasphemy to Grandmaster level if I've got the components that I need to make that. Okay. So what should I research at the moment? There's also things like Ancient Knowledge Vanguard Braces of Authority. Powerful recipe. And I can convert multiple items into the... Oh yeah, so I can then make Vanguard Braces of Authority, which are Mastercrafted Fabled, level 20. Wow. I mean, the stats are exactly the same as what I got from the sewers. Mitigation's a lot higher. And then there are effects on there, so increases cast chance for strike through, increases riposte chance and damage. So yeah, okay, well, let's give this guy something to do. It's all pretty much level 20-ish stuff at the moment. There is, okay, so there's Priest Grandmaster, that doesn't really help us. Let's do a Fighter Grandmaster Recipes Volume 3. We'll start the research. I'm pretty sure as I continue leveling, I'm probably going to want higher things, really, but that is what he is researching for us. So, what's my next option? Show me how to be... No, sorry. Let me show you how to be a bit more efficient. What does that allow me to do? You have decreased your apprentice's remaining research time. Okay. How many times can I do that then? I will return when I am able to pass on more knowledge to you. So that can be like a daily thing. You can sort of come if you check in each day, you can then go, yeah, let me give you a knowledge boost. There you go. And then the last option, is there anything else I can do to help you speed up your research? Oh, yes, you could indeed. Some of my equipment is getting a bit worn. If you could replace it, I would be able to research much quicker. Okay, sure. Let me know what you need made. Oh. DM. Quests. So now I'm going to need to do writs and rush orders at 20, 24, 29, and then the same for every 10 levels up from that. And apparently there are quests that the researcher will give you. I don't even think I've got this on my list. So if I accept that, a sturdy boiled apron, I need to craft a sturdy boiled apron for my apprentice. Do I have that? Oh, it gives me the book for it. Uses technique geomancy, which isn't a normal trade skill. It's the 10th trade skill, one that you can't actually set yourself to. It's the 10th one where anything that doesn't fit into the 9 trade skills goes. I don't know if the class specific, but it's quests. So I'm going to do this one, but I'm going to have to research. Maybe the class is specific, maybe they're not. Maybe they would all just ask for, oh, I need a new apron. I don't know, at level 20. So does that mean? I mean, when does he give me the next thing? When is the next thing? Is it like when I get to 21? Is there going to be another opportunity to? I don't know. I have more questions than I have answers. Okay. We will leave the house. I'm going to have to do the research now. CDM, what Tradeskill level are you up to at the moment? I'm hoping they're not specific to your class, and it's just standard regardless of what class you are. It's just what they need for help. Check it. Yeah, okay. We'll look into that later then. Because I really don't want to have to think about doing the apprentice all over again every time I get bonked on the head. Okay. Well, yeah. Can always get a head bonk. I think I want to do a head bonk on one of that is just now what is called. It's now called head bonk. I'm sorry. I might want to test that on a existing character first before I do it on Gwen. See what the effects are. I'm sure I can find somebody who I don't care about their trade skills, even if it's someone on a server other than AB. Right. How do I want to finish? I think I am going to leave it there. I was thinking about going off and doing the level 20 writs and that, but what I think I'm doing, I'll bring it to a close here. We've covered everything that I wanted to cover. So that is, and these 2 episodes, that has basically been everything about how to become your chosen trade skill class. We're now an armourer, and all of the things to do between level 1 and level 20. And then we'll pick up 20 plus when we move on to the next areas. So that will be, I think that's Butcher Block is the next area. It is Butcher Block for trade skills. So we're not going to pick this up now until after we have been to Butcher Block for adventuring. Unless I decide to do it before doing Butcher Block for adventuring, because then I increase my levels and I can then craft things to help me with adventuring. Desertions. Okay. But for now, thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And YouTube, I will see you next time.